going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1242 of FloWrestling Radio, live from Austin, Texas. I'm your host, Christian Piles, on a Thursday morning. Very excited to introduce my two co-hosts today. Not the usual cast of characters, but at one point, one of these guys was. We'll start with to the left, David Dylan Duncan Bray. He's here.
I'm here.
We wore the same shirt today, and then he had to go into the box of FloWrestling shirts so that we didn't look like total dorks.
Yep. So I'll
Just
put this
partial.
shirt back in the box after the show, and well, you know, somebody.
Maybe a freelancer will wind up with this bad boy.
Yes, somebody will. Freelancer's going to end up with this, and they're going to say, it smells a little bit like deodorant. that was me.
Enough people already confuse him with Kozak. We can't.
Which is crazy to me.
Confusing with more people.
But the man you just heard's voice, yes, that's right. Your ears do not deceive you, nor do your eyes. That is Tyler Meisinger.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Make-
I'm on the chat right now. I'll be in there all show.
Yeah.
I'll be chatting with you, but I'll also be on the show.
He's going to do it all. Tyler's been this is kind of funny because yesterday I was at there was like a big World Cup watch party in Austin, and this guy, we had a little flow party there, and they're like, there's a guy here that knows you're coming and wants to talk to you. He's like a huge wrestling fan. So I go talk to this guy. Shout out Gabe Gonzalez, Sunnyside High School.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So this dude, he's been listening forever. But anyways, he asked about Tyler. I said, Gabe, you're not going to believe this. Tyler's coming on the show tomorrow. So many people have anticipated this return, and now here you are. But people just want to, how are you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing good. I'm still doing a lot of things, but the number one comment I get is, "Look, where you been from the show?" I'm like, "Well, you didn't see any of the other stuff I did."
Yeah.
So I'm doing things, but I don't know.
You're making awesome wrestling videos.
I'm trying to, yeah.
You know, you're doing it.
Thank you,
It's
dude.
happening. But also, love is in the air.
Love is in the air for me.
For you.
Mm-hmm. I got engaged. You guys talked about it on the show. You made fun of my French tuck. It was unintentional.
Yeah.
But it was I tried to make it a full tuck. But you know, when I got on my knee, I'm moving around, I'm sweating, it became a French tuck, and you guys said, "Wow, look at that French tuck. Tyler's so stupid."
Yeah, but
live
also
on this show.
But also, like, Tyler, it's, you know, for me, we're chopped unks, so we don't actually know. It's like that could be the look. It'd be like, you could have just, if you had just said, "Dude, that's what they're doing now," I'd be like, "Oh, he's probably right."
Well, I didn't even realize it because Haley's the one who made the post, and I just like accepted the collab, and I didn't scrutinize the photos very, very heavily. And Ollie, all of a sudden, you guys are having this debate, and Ollie's in there defending me. He's like, "No, it's a French tuck. You guys don't even know." I'm like,
Yeah.
Listen to Ollie. It's a French tuck."
I've been doing nothing but French tucks since that moment. So
There you go.
Started a movement, and Tyler is a sweater. I can see you got a little glisten going here.
I
Is the
sweat.
return to FRL? Has that got you in the hot seat?
Whenever I get a little nervous, I do sweat. This is podcasting is not my strong suit. I like when I have complete control over how I come across.
Yeah.
I talk to the camera. I edit it. So I do glisten. You can see it on the camera.
Yeah, a little
Look at
bit.
that.
You look like Sion post habanero. Okay, well, we're glad you're back for this show, and it sounds like Mondays. Rumors are swirling you're gonna be here Monday.
I'll be here Monday.
Wow, so you're getting back-to-back Tyler Meisinger.
Yep. But without you. That was my.
I'll do one, not two.
Only one with Christian.
Yeah, that was Gabe's theory that we butt heads.
No, me and CP are boys. People do actually say that. They're like, "Yeah, Christian is too much, huh?" I'm like, "No, he's not. He's not. Christian's awesome."
Thank you. All right, this is Brady Raider for the show.
That's right.
He's filling the big shoes, probably in reality small shoes,
yeah,
from a literal sense, but from the podcasting sense, big shoes.
that's right.
JD Raider.
Yeah, I mean, steering this ship. I'm going to take that seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, don't want to end up in stormy waters. But storm is a brewing. U23 World Team Trials process. People are all up in arms about this. So if you guys haven't heard, there's some controversy. Fill us in, CP. What's going on?
Well, okay, so this year the process deviated slightly, or you could say drastically, from how it had been in the past. So there was a time. I'll take you through like the time. There was just a trials, University World Trials, and you would go to the trials and you make the team and you're on the team. And then they're like, well, we want a little better team, and these guys are all like, I mean, under 23 is like, that's our senior level, right? So they're like, well, we want guys to do senior level. We want these kids doing that. So then they made it national team, you can get the spot. We've seen guys like Keegan, many guys have gotten the spot that way. And then this year, they said, okay, top 4 senior level, or, and I believe the only other, if you're not top 4 senior level, then there's a committee that picks it, which a lot of people are continually saying, well, this was posted in November, so that makes it great. And I don't understand why, if this was posted in 1998, I don't think it would be good or appropriate to just to handpick a team. So I think, why this has come to a head is because in 2 weight classes, there's not a clear option. At 97 kilograms, no one under U23 eligible is in the top 4, right? And then that's what really prompted the discussion was Mark Manning. He makes a video. He's like, this isn't right. We shouldn't be handpicking our team. You should earn it on the mat. And I agree with that sentiment that it should be earned on the mat. My thought is like U23 Nationals this year was essentially a freestyle open tournament. It had no bearing on any process, including for the U23 World Team. The process to make the U23 World Team was to enter the U.S. Open at that weight class and finish in the top 4. So if you had an intention of being on the U23 World Team, that was how you would do it. So I think when you're trying to put the best team on the mat, you want to avoid picking. You want to have an ironclad process. So what you want to do is create a process that should yield the best team possible, right? Without having some committee that just handpicks people. That just makes sense to me. So the idea that, you're going to pick people that didn't even enter in because, well, they're better. Well, Josh Barr's better. Well, okay, well, maybe. At 79, are they looking at Christopher Minto or Mitchell Messenbrink? Maybe. Are those guys better than the other options? Perhaps. But I don't think that's really what we think. If Gable Steveson said, hey, I want to be on the senior world team this year, would anyone think that it's appropriate to put him on the team, even though we all know he is the best 125 kilogram in the country? If Mitchell Messenbrink said, hey, I want to be on the senior world team right now, who's going to say that Mitchell's probably not better than James Green? That would be sentiment among USA Wrestling officials, among fans, among probably the coaches. Yeah, Mitchell's probably the best guy. No one would think it's remotely appropriate to put a guy that didn't enter into the process onto the team. There has to be some level of decorum, maybe is the word, there that you enter in, right? So you create the process, and then of the people that enter into the process, it will yield the team, right? And so USA, I think, is rightly prioritizing senior level guys. So the question is, at 97, we'll just kind of start there because I think that's where the conversation is Justin Rademacher, who got 5th, not 4th, at the 97 kilogram U.S. Open, should he be the guy? I think yes. I tweeted this yesterday. Justin Rademacher should be the guy. He is the guy who entered into the process, and he was the best finisher within that process, right? I think it should be him. I think Camden McDaniel is really, really good. I think Josh Barr is really, really good. But I feel like he is the one who voluntarily entered the process and should be selected. And I think it's more simple than, and I think there's a lot of emotion around this topic, and I understand why, and there's probably a time I would get way more emotional about this, but to me, it's sort of clear who entered the process, who did the best. It's Justin Rademacher. And also, I'll also say this, like, if you say, all right, Justin Rademacher and Josh Barr are going to wrestle, who are you going to pick? Okay, I would probably pick Josh Barr, but it's not as there's only one U20 world champion in this discussion, and it's Justin Rademacher. He's the guy that made the U20 team. He won it last year. He's not an afterthought. He's not a Dylan Bechtold, who is a guy who outplays Josh Barr. It's not that. This is a well-credentialed freestyler, and I think if you have a process, and maybe you don't at every single weight have the maximum potential best guy, but you can kind of rest at night knowing, hey, this is a fair way to pick a team. This is a right way. This is a transparent way to pick a team. And that's maybe more important than maximizing the point out. I think that is better than just plucking a guy and putting him over here. Josh Barr at no point had any intention of making the 97 kilogram U23 world team. At no point. And that's fine. But you shouldn't just get plucked because reasons, because committee, because that's not how we in America do things. And our team is going to be fine regardless. And if it's him, I obviously want him to win. But I think you should have to at least step into the process to be on the team. So that's what I feel.
I do think U23 is definitely a different beast from the senior world team and like U20, U17. And it's because of what you already mentioned, that a lot of the field for the U23, for the potential U23 team, is also part of the senior team. And U23 World Championships years ago was not even close to as good as it has become. It's become more of a premium event, but that doesn't change the fact that guys that are just out of U20, or even still some that are U20 eligible, are trying to make that senior team. And so it does create a weird process. The other thing is, next year it's in the United States. And, the U.S., I think you can understand them wanting to put their absolute best foot forward. And I wonder if that's where some of the wiggle room they tried to leave came from, was we have an opportunity to host the World Championships in Las Vegas. And so, the better show we can put on for the fans in the United States, the more tickets we can sell, all that stuff matters. And I wonder if that's where they're coming from with the process. I mean, it is a unique situation for USA Wrestling, and I think that's probably why they left themselves a little bit of room for error.
I think so too. I think that it being in Vegas is a huge contributing factor to it. I think you pick the guy with the best credentials that entered the process, and Rademacher did that. So I think it should be him. I think they could have helped themselves if they said highest placer. What's the difference between 4 and 5? I couldn't tell you. Why 4, not 5? I think they're both it's obviously a pretty similar accomplishment. But yeah, you should be choosing among the people that wrestled at the weight class. That's the difference, John Vincent. I get that he wasn't top 4. I understand that, but we're talking about someone that wasn't even in the weight class. You have to be in the weight. And if Mitchell gets it, Mitchell's probably going to win. He's going to do awesome, but I don't know. He didn't try. You don't just put guys on the team. I just don't think that's right.
So who do you think will get these spots?
I think Josh Barr will get it. And I was told Mitchell was asked, but I don't know if Mitchell has intention, right? Because he obviously decided, I want to take a summer. And so now if you put a World Championships in Mitchell Messenbrink's crosshairs, that's just the full on thing, and that's maybe not what he wanted. So I don't know. What would be wrong with? I think William Hinkle is the highest placer at 79 seniors. What would be wrong with having William Hinkle on the world? This is all hinging on Levi Haynes passing on it. Levi is the rep if he wants it at 79. But if not, William Hinkle's, is he not a age level world medalist? We'd be fine with William Hinkle. It doesn't have to be I don't know. I don't think you have to compromise to have a really good team. And I think this feels like a compromise. It feels really outside of what we ever do to pick teams. It feels more like how you make a NHSCA dual team.
Yeah.
It's we got this group. We got a good group of 8. Oh man, we need a 70 pounder. Let's go to across the country and pluck a guy. It's okay, that's cool for NHSCA duels. I don't think there should be a lot in common with how you build an NHSCA dual team and a world team, personally.
What do you think is more egregious, if you put Mitchell on the team, or if Josh Barr gets the 97 spot?
I would find them equally. Well, maybe not.
Maybe egregious is the wrong word.
Mitchell, not egregious. The bigger what is the bigger departure from how we actually do things would be Mitchell.
Yeah, because it just seems surprising. He didn't enter anything.
Yeah. And who knows if he's going to take it. But, that's what that feels like. Man, you weren't even entering tournaments. And also, why don't you guys think, if everyone that thinks Josh Barr should be on the team, why don't you think he should be over Seth Shoemate? Do you think, because if you just boil it down to best guy, Well, does anyone think Seth Shoemate's better than Josh Brown? No. But Seth Shoemate did the things you're supposed to do. So I don't know. I just think that's just my opinion.
Silver lining, I think, on this whole debate is that everyone cares this much about the U23 World Championships.
Yeah.
I remember Spey was telling us in the office.
Spey's in the chat. He said that exact thing.
Yeah, Spey was talking about doing like post-match interviews at U23 Nationals years ago, and half the people he talked to were like, "Yeah, I'm not going to the U23s." And now, people care enough that they're up in arms, and I think that's good for the health of the interest in this event. So I'm glad for that fact.
Space throwing his hat in the ring that he should just choose our U23 World Team.
Okay.
He said, I think the process should be that I get to choose our U23 team.
I think Kozak may have slacked you the procedures. I had them, but I don't anymore.
I will check
I'll pull
right
those
now.
in. But yeah, it's an interesting little carve out that USA left themselves. I would assume for this kind of a situation. So does it say anything about U23 Nationals in here at all?
I don't know where to look right now. Am I on the right spot?
Yeah. Final X winner, Final X was 3rd overall senior athlete. So that's it. And then 3rd. Okay, wait. 4th.
Nope. It just goes straight to national team coaches make a recommendation.
Yeah. So it's either top 4 at the Open or trials process, or national team coach. There's nothing. So that's why I don't actually have any sympathy for the U23 Nationals winners. You knew when you didn't enter senior, you were basically saying, I don't want to be on this team. That's why I'm talking about entering the process. You have to voluntarily entered the process. So I don't understand why people are like Rademacher or McDaniel. McDaniel didn't enter the process. He had no intention of being on this world team. And if no one knew this, then I'm also not sympathetic because these are known. And again, uploading something in November doesn't mean it's maybe the best way to pick a team either.
Yeah, and you probably got to ask questions too. There's a line right under the procedure that says event registration. It says all athletes wishing to compete at the UWW U23 World Team Trials must register online, and then there's a link. There is no such event. There is no U23 World Team Trials.
That is a crazy thing to upload also.
Yeah, so you probably need to ask some questions when you're reading this document.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Whoops, I don't think they should have probably yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Because that's an event that doesn't exist.
It doesn't
either.
exist.
No.
So maybe you just wish the event existed. So you
Yeah.
click on the link and then you're
Yep.
gotcha.
This isn't real.
Yeah.
Enter the senior.
Yeah. Well,
We're gonna have a really good team. I wonder what that means for, I would assume Luke's doing it. What I'm curious about is 61. Does Marcus accept?
yeah, and if not, Jax.
Jax, got a jacked up jaw.
Yeah. What happened there? Did he break his jaw punching himself?
No, he got kneed in the face.
Dude, I heard you guys talking about this on FRL, and it was making me laugh because I didn't see the first post on his story of him breaking his jaw. All I saw was, might try some mac and cheese later today. And I was like, why are you posting this? Okay, Jackson never had mac and cheese before. All right.
Yeah.
So I was glad to get that context from you guys when I listened to the show because I had no idea that he broke his jaw.
Well, yeah, the word "try" is an interesting word choice by Jax. I'm trying it.
I was like, all right,
I thought we'd probably pass that.
X-Force never had mac and cheese. All right, big ice cream guy, but no mac and cheese.
And apparently the Ben and Jerry's is kind of out too because there's too much other stuff in it. You can't chew, so he's straight milkshakes right now.
He's blending it up.
He's blending.
Man,
That'd be brutal.
I think we got U23s.
We covered it.
We got it. Hey, Fargo starts a week from tomorrow.
Yes.
And one of the matchups that people are starting to buzz about a little bit, 165, Melvin Miller, Joe Bachmann. It's a match that we would not have expected to see a year ago. They're very different sizes. Now we could see it at 165. What do you guys like about that match?
So we've never seen it. I like that. I don't know. It feels like these families are kind of like linked in a sort of a fun way. When you had Joe and Bo wrestle, and now Melvin, I'm excited about it. I think it's.
I've been in both their houses.
You've been in both their homes.
So
Based
great.
on that,
Actually, I don't know if you went to the Bassett household.
Well, I've been there, but I was not on that trip with
On
you.
that trip, okay.
you haven't been there at the same time.
At the same
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Based on the feng shui of both homes, who would you expect to win?
Oh man, they both have very different they're very different households. the one, well, actually, that's not true. They both have basements where people are from a young age just beating each other up.
That's
like
great.
5 years old.
Little kid fight
The
club.
Bachmann household always has like 50 people in it at all times.
Yes.
Like they always have 1 million people in that house. The Bassett household, not so much. But yeah, the feng shui, they're both amazing, but in different ways.
You know, they were playing that UFC video game.
Yeah.
I remember how they talked about how they like would fight after it, and I was like, man, that's kind of crazy. And then Caleb and I started playing, and I'm like, oh, I get it. And it's like,
I'm going to fight my son.
well, like because the most annoying thing is like when you're in a fight, and then they like take you down, you can like take shots, and it's just like it's so annoying, and it's like basically the way you can stall if you're winning, and it's like, oh man,
Can't you like kick someone while you're on your back? Can't you like lunge kick them?
I have not unlocked this.
I'm not very good at that game.
I'm not very good either, but I'm just slightly better than Caleb.
I remember my friends would just like, I would take them down, but then I would stand up, and then they would just like kick me while they're on the ground.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm not good at this game.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Joe versus Melvin.
Yeah.
Should be a good
Sorry. Yeah,
Oh, it's
kind of
great.
derailed us.
It's awesome, and I think this is also. I mean, there's so much intrigue. Obviously, the Faith Christian Bishop McCourt, opposite sides of the state, 2 powerhouse programs. But then, I mean, I think a lot of people probably close to a year ago thought Melvin was going to end up at Iowa, following Bo. Bo decommitted. Now they're going to Virginia Tech. The Bachmans kind of filled in, and they're part of a really big recruiting class that's going to Iowa. Just a lot of things to be excited about for this match, and seeing it for the first time, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait for that one. It's got to be the most anticipated potential match at Fargo, right?
For sure. And we're kind of lucky, I think, to get it because Joe had like a minor injury he was dealing with during the Puerto Rico World Team U20 World Team trials process. So doesn't get to do that. So now we get to see him at Fargo. So we lucked out. This could have been, something we didn't get to watch at all, and now we do.
It's cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. Lots more Fargo
I'm pumped
stuff
for that one.
hitting the site. Yeah, excited for
I didn't even know they were registered. All the comments, we posted that Pennsylvania entries, and I didn't even realize that that they were registered at the same weight until all the comments were like, yo, Bachmann and Melvin at the same weight. I was like, dang, that is sick.
That'll be a dope one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. All right, let's see. Ooh, Northern Iowa and Iowa. They would not wrestle for a long, long time.
15
They
years.
will wrestle this season. 15 years, is that right?
Yeah.
Sheesh. They will wrestle this season. They're going to be live on Flow. Can't wait for that. What do you think? Why did they take so much time off?
I don't know. I think it was probably, I think, obviously the team, a team in UNI situation, take UNI out of it, like it would always benefit them to wrestle on Iowa, right? Iowa's pretty, particular about how they bake their schedule, and they didn't want to wrestle UNI for a while, and maybe there were things that on the UNI side that prevented it as well. But I think it's great. It's happening. I'm excited. I think there's a lot of love still, I think, between Coach Schwab and Coach Brands, even though there's, for sure some tension, animosity, whatever it is from their time. But you gotta remember, Doug Schwab was with Tom at Virginia Tech, right? Followed him to Iowa, won 3 titles in a row there, and then got the UNI job, and now they've been kind of battling it out in the state, but never really hitting. So I think this is a good thing. It's good for the state of Iowa. I think all 3 of those teams should wrestle every year. That's just like, if I'm able to just say like this would be good, I think they should. And it's good for the state. It's good for the sport, and it's going to be ultimately a really good wrestling product. So I was thrilled that this got done.
Yeah, like anytime you have teams that like wrestle this hard and that can fill up an arena, those teams should wrestle each other, and especially with the history and everything, it's gonna be awesome. And I mean, it seems like Iowa is gonna be big time favorites in this one, but I don't know, UNI, they're gonna show up. They're gonna wrestle hard.
There's gonna be a lot of fight in there, right? That's what UNI brings to the table. They are gonna be outgunned for sure in this duel, but it's gonna be a good one, no doubt.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
That's a crazy couple day stretch, right? Because December 11th, UNI Iowa, 12th and 13th, National Duels Invitational.
Woo!
Oh man,
That's a good 3 days in a row.
Are they both going to be at National Duels too?
No.
Oh, okay.
take that weekend off.
Yeah.
Take the Friday off, and then you can watch wrestling all weekend.
Slide your Christmas break up a week.
Yeah.
And then just go back like December 27th. You can do that.
And then for Christmas, the present to everybody is, guys, we get to watch these wrestling matches together.
Perfect.
There you go.
There we go.
Love that. All right. Some other stuff going on. Keith Gavin, big news. He's locked up.
Long term, 2030 for Coach Gavin, which great decision, great guy. I'm going to Pitt. Well, I'm going to Virginia Tech. I think this is the order. Virginia Tech, Lehigh, and Pitt all next week. Going to do some content with all three of those programs. And I know Pitt has this new insane facility. I haven't seen it yet. It's brand spanking new. So we'll be excited to check that out and make some videos so you guys can see it too. I know some videos on social media are already out there. But yeah, looking forward to that. And it was interesting because I had already set, I was already set to go to Lehigh from, I don't know, I reached out in maybe May, June, April, I don't know. Like, hey, I'm coming to Pennsylvania. I'd love to stop by. Coach Santor was like, yeah, come anytime. Love to have you. And I'm like, all right, circling back. Like last week, I was like, all right, hey, circling back, coach. I think I could come this day. Does this still work? And I didn't hear anything. I was like, that's weird. He hit me back immediately. And then, literally either that day or the next day, it's like, he's retired, Brad Dillon. So I was like, that's probably why I didn't say. But it'll be great to go there now with the change and catch up with Coach Dillon and the crew there. Exciting stuff at Lehigh. And then Virginia Tech. I mean, everyone knows what's going on there.
Yeah.
Great program. They're poised for their biggest year, right? There's never been more excitement. Similarly, never been more pressure on that program. And look forward. Always great to be in Blacksburg, Virginia. I'll say that.
Yeah, a lot going on at all those programs. That's great. There's a note on this sheet that says Peyton Hall.
Peyton Hall. Need I say more?
I mean, he was on Technique Tuesday yesterday. I know that much.
Yeah, that was what I was going to break down.
Okay.
Scrambling.
There are a couple of things that he...
Peyton, I have some notes. No, just kidding. Peyton Hall on staff at West Virginia, which is a great pickup. Great wrestler, good kid. If you watched him wrestle, ton of point scoring potential. So that's just one to note that. Just wanted to mention that for.
Man, he was so good in some really tough weight classes.
Yeah, he was.
Man,
he really was.
Awesome. All right. The ranking series entries. What do we know
These
about
are crazy. You can pull these in, Tyler, but this is like our now, who knows? I sent you the it's hyperlinked on the doc.
I was not shared the doc.
Are you sure?
Maybe I was.
I thought I shared you on it. Brother, I meant to.
You did share me on it.
Okay.
Man, there's nothing that stresses me out more when I see a printed piece of paper that has a hyperlink on it, and I know I just can't.
No, you got double tap it.
It does nothing for me.
I just linked to Justin's graphic.
Okay, there we go.
Which I find very helpful. Okay, so this is a crazy crew. This is a lot of firepower. Now, is he really going to go do this? I don't know.
I hope so.
But if you're not looking and listening only, Spencer Lee and Knox at 57, DeSanto and Cronin at 61, Bo, Bartlett, Vito at 65. I love Vito getting more time at 65. I think that's what he needs. And this is like plus 2 kilos, which is another topic, but
wow,
that makes it harder for Vito. Alec and Ridge at 70, Carr, Luwan, 74, Hamady, Haynes. Wait, that can't be right. Hamady ain't going to this. He just had ACL surgery. So what I guess happened here is these guys probably registered a long time ago, like April, because there's no way Dean's going. He's getting knee surgery. Dakin, Valencia, Plot, Mock, Cardenas at 97, and then Demetrius Thomas, Mason Pearson, and Wyatt Hendrickson.
I love seeing Wyatt on this list. I know last summer was like, camp tour, and he was doing that a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't lock in until maybe a little closer to the Worlds. But he told Bader on the Bader show that's not going to be what he's doing this summer. He's locking in the whole time. So good. Go get some high-level competition, Wyatt.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Man, it's got to be like a little nerve-wracking if you're one of these guys who won Final X and you might see the guy you wrestled in the finals, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would be a little nervous.
Like, dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do wonder, now that I'm thinking about this, like these lists get released and then it always is not what is published. So that could be the case also. We'll see who goes. But yeah, that's exciting. Starts July 15th. So that's not long from now, a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Middle of Fargo.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Cool.
Beautiful.
Well, we got a new big board.
Yes, let's
out.
talk about it. We had a lot of questions, and one of them was about the big board. So I figured you'd be a good person to talk about.
Good timing. Yeah, we just published that yesterday for 2027. I'm really interested in, if any of this shakes up a little bit with the new 5-for-5 and things like that. But we got a few teams that we can talk about and just kind of look at, and probably top of the list and probably the strongest class right now. It's no surprise. It's Penn State. Penn State has number 2 Landon Sidden, number 3 Gray Burnett, maybe both 125 pounders, 125, 133. Number 6 Clinton Shepard, number 33 Gavin Mangano. Those are both like 41, 49 type guys. So very strong class for Penn State. My thought goes right away to Luke Lillidahl, 125. Where do these get, where do we fit? Where do they fit? We always say that about Penn State. Context is a little different now.
It is a little different with 5-for-5. Luke Lillidahl has 3 years left. Marcus Blaze has 4. So even if Sidden and Burnett are not 25s and they're 33s, you need Marcus to go up to have something. And that may well happen. But yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge for those guys. Would you get an all-access pass, please, Tom, for once? So that seems like, now, these aren't recruiting class rankings. This is just straight up the big boards. These are earned spots. And then JD's going to have to make that determination because I think he does the recruiting class rankings. Like, all right, well, how do you factor in lineup synergy, opportunity to start versus the overall haul, which is, it's a fun debate because it's not as though you don't get the benefit of having those guys on your team. You do. And you get the interesting factor that I think now gets looked at with a recruiting class ranking that maybe was never considered before. It's like, okay, yeah, you have Landon Sidden and Gray Burnett on your team, and they're maybe not even going to be on the mat starting, but Ohio State didn't get them.
Yeah.
That helps you. Oklahoma State didn't get them. That helps you. Iowa didn't get them. That helps you. So it's like, it's still, even though they may never, or for 3 years, they may not be on the mat, which I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying for the sake of the discussion, it could happen. The fact that they're not on the other team, still you get real benefit from that. Just like the Mirasolas, you have Connor Mirasola. He's a beast. The fact that he's not on Iowa or Oklahoma State or Ohio State, that helps you. So, there's a new era of unintended benefit with recruiting class rankings that maybe factors into the equation.
Yeah.
I feel like that was always part of the equation too. That's kind of why Penn State went after Rocco, right?
Yeah.
Like they didn't expect to lose Zach Ryder as well, but they were like, let's stack it up. Like this is one guy that we can keep other teams from having.
You don't want him to go to Oklahoma State, which was on the table, right? So that helps. That's all part of it.
Yeah. Iowa has a really strong class coming in for 2027. And, it's one of those things. I think when Bo Bassett decommitted, people were like, oh, man, is their recruiting, is it falling off? And, they've got a really good class. Number 9, Paul Kenny. Number 11, Joe Bachmann. Also, how do you factor in the benefit of having 2 guys that also have brothers coming 1 year later that are really good? That matters. Also, you got Israel Borge, Seamus Reagan, Sonny Amato, Dawson Youngblood, all in the teens, 20s. Youngblood's like around 50. I think Dawson Youngblood could end up by the end of his senior year being higher than that. But all those guys are really tough. And also when Joe Bachmann committed, I think you probably thought he's like a 41, 49. Now he's looking more like a 165 pounder. A lot of different weight classes represented there.
That still fits for Iowa. They're going to have a need there.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like he's growing into that weight class pretty well and has had some like really strong goes with Caliendo and Kennedy. And so he's got some good training partners in that weight range to sharpen him up real quick.
Yeah, and he's a good hand fighter already. He's really physical, so they're gonna level him up fast.
Yeah, he's physical and he's really tactical too. Like a lot of people were, that match that he had with Bo Bassett at Ironman, there were some antics around like stalling and things like that. But tactically he knew like he couldn't get overwhelmed by Bo. If he did, like it was just going to go downhill fast. So I like the tactician there, and I think the physicality will catch up. So it's a strong class. Virginia Tech, they're starting to be in the mix all the time. Melvin Miller, the number 1 recruit in the class. He's I think a serious difference maker. Number 1 in his weight. Number 1 in the class of 2027. They got Mario Carini, who's super tough.
Tell us more about Carini and Konopka.
Yeah, so Mario Carini, both those guys actually, Carini and Konopka, have been ranked number 1 in their weight classes this last year. Carini went into this Poway bracket that had Singer and Jeter, who are both in who's number 1, and Carini came out on top of that. Really tough guy, wrestles at Poway, who those guys do a great job of developing their athletes. But yeah, he's just super, super tough. Mario Carini could be a guy, I think probably a 74, maybe an 84 pounder eventually, who I think people are going to know that name, no doubt. If you like Poway upper weights, I mean, look at, look at Posada, who's at Stanford now. That they were on those teams together for years. So he's super good. And then Maximus Konopka is he's actually a Connecticut guy, wrestles in national prep stuff. Number 1, he was the number 1 215 pounder in the country heading into the U.S. Open. Michael Boyle beat him, so he's Boyle's up, but he's super good. He's I think probably grow into a heavyweight. But he could be a 97 pounder. We'll see if he gets much taller, but I would imagine he'll be a heavyweight, which probably the timing is going to work out pretty well there with Mullen.
Yes.
So that's good. And then a couple other big board guys, Fortier and Coluccio are tough. Coluccio's probably a 25 pounder eventually. So yeah, Virginia Tech's going to be solid. And I mean, a lot of these guys committed like right around the same time as Bassett and Melvin. There's like, I don't know, that Pied Piper effect already starting to work for VT. So that's a very strong class. And then Oklahoma State, they've got solid guys coming in too. Ignacio Villasenor, that guy's been on the scene with all these other 125, 133 guys like Paul Kenny, et cetera. He's really good. Michael Romero is a middleweight. He's from St. John Bosco, so he's part of that tradition. That program's been strong forever out there in California. Lad Holman, he's
legend. Say
no more, right? And then Tanner Hodgins, a couple of upperweight guys. Tanner Hodgins was in Who's Number 1 last year. I actually I met people from Lad Holman's community in Utah. Apparently, the whole county has like 13,000 people in it.
Oh, that's small.
Little.
Well, we started talking about that, and we all calculated the density of our home counties.
Yeah.
And that we determined that it was like 1 person per square mile or something.
I think it's like 2.5 people.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
In that community. But Lad Holman and his high school team, they've won like 10 state titles in a row, trying to win their 11th. His dad's the coach. They're just running things over there.
Dang.
So yeah. Oklahoma State gonna be really good again.
Cool. As you eyeball it, who do you think has the best class right now?
I mean, I think if you're just looking strictly at the talent that's in there, I think it's Penn State. Evaluating fit and years of production
Years of service.
Years of service. Yeah. Who can you deploy to NCAAs? That's a little tougher to figure out. Iowa's got maybe a little more balance, and VT's. Yeah, it's one of those 3. But I think right now I would lean Penn State.
Right now, the December rankings have Virginia Tech at number 1.
Yeah. I don't know. They might.
I think part of the reason that may have shifted a little bit is the rise of Clinton Shepard. He's had a really nice.
I think he's freaking good.
He's really good. And sometimes with rankings, it's like you know somebody's good, but until they get the wins, it just doesn't reflect in there. And now he has. So, he beat. Who did he beat? Wolbert and DeCraker at U20 trials. So that works. That'll move you up.
He had some moments with Bo.
He did. Yeah. He's getting better all the time.
Yeah. Want to do questions?
Let's do it.
Well, first,
Oh, okay.
we got to shout out our friends at Nike Wrestling. The reason we're sitting here today, head to athleteps.com, get you some Nike shoes. You can outfit your entire team. Great place to go. You're going to look sharp. We got the freaks on the table. We got the Inflict 4s right there behind T-Bone. So, yeah, make sure head to athleteps.com. And you also have Cal Ripken there.
I got some new stuff on the way, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I've gotten a little sneak peek.
We got some sneak peek. We got we can't talk about it, but we will say
You just talked about it.
we can't tell you what we can't talk about. Keep your eyes peeled around Fargo time for some Nike heat.
Okay.
It's happening.
Fine. We'll just keep it at that.
And we'll just keep it at
I
that.
won't say anything else.
First question's from Matt Burke. He said, please discuss it.
We did it.
We just did that. Okay.
That's why we did. But Matt Burke is, and I don't know if you've been in the YouTube chat, but he is a king in terms of super chat giving.
Wow.
But here he's entering the broke boy fray. Matt's trying to look relatable here, and I appreciate that.
Does he have blood on his forehead in his profile picture?
You're gonna have to click. I can't
Yeah,
see
you
that
gotta
far.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
freeze.
Hold on. Let me bring this. Have you guys ever analyzed this on FRL before?
No.
Wow. I'm honored to do this.
Oh, Matt, what happened?
What happened to your head, brother?
Wow.
Matt, maybe this was some sort of accident. He got a lawsuit. That's why he has all this money to give us super chats. Maybe this is a Matt Burke origin story. I don't know.
Dude, that is
But it looks like he's fine.
gnarly.
Matt, we would love to hear what happened. What's the story
Yeah.
behind this is.
Now we know he's a Hawkeye fan.
Yes.
Did that already.
Well, his
That
name
is-
is his name is Burke Hawk for life.
That's his
so
username.
Burke Hawk for
I had an idea that he maybe liked Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay. Context clues together.
Yeah.
Next question. What do you think about Jaden James not taking a gap year, even though he could have and still had 5 years?
I think there's no reason for someone like Jaden James to take a gap year because he is 100% ready to contend for everything that's contendable for someone like Jaden. You you can try to like shift things and the main thing is if you are ready and able, you should go. And he's ready, he's able. I know he could still have 5 years if he waiting for what? To be more ready. He almost made the world team this year. He's ready, so go. Because you never know when you won't be ready. So I think it's not necessary. If you want to, it'd work out fine, I'm sure, but why?
I have an update on Burke Hawk for life.
Okay.
This is the most diehard wrestling fan injury you could possibly get. He smashed into an I-beam rushing to watch Spencer Lee wrestle at NCAAs.
Dang.
What? Wait, where they just got I-beam?
Can we get more?
I need to know which NCAAs. Yeah,
In which I-beam?
In which I-beam? That is incredible.
What national tournament has...
I-beam just hanging out?
I don't even know what an I-beam
This had to
is,
be
I'm not gonna
Tulsa.
lie to
They
you.
just got I-beams laying around willy-nilly?
What is an I-beam?
Okay. This is
Pull an I-beam.
Okay, it's that industrial beam. It's exactly
Yeah.
what I thought it was.
Yeah. I bet
But they're
we have
normally
some.
in like the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's what... How did you get up there, Matt?
Burke Hawk for life is 7 feet tall.
Yeah, what if he
We
is?
didn't know. So this is this is a link.
This is what he ran into. Add
where
this
you
to the
can buy
cart.
one, but this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
So in case you're wondering what an I-beam looks like, I probably am the only person involved in this show that doesn't know.
It's okay.
I know.
Do you think Ever knew what an I-beam was?
Ever, did you know what an I-beam was?
He didn't know.
He left.
he-
He's gone.
He left.
Ever's gone.
He's not here.
Amanda knows. I already know that.
Okay. Next.
So Ever, you guys probably have heard us talk about Ever before. He's like we have some like full-time producers and he's like a contractor. I hadn't seen him for a year. And then I come in on the stairs. I get here pretty early, and Ever is walking around with the security guard. He's like, "Tell him you know me," because he like came inside and they're like, "Yo, you don't work here." And he's like, "I know, but I'm supposed to." So I was like, "No, he's cool. He's with me." But now he already left. Maybe security escorted him out. We don't know.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Anyways, next question.
Next question is from Tyler Perry. He said, "Who's your dark horse pick? A guy who competed this year but didn't make the final X finals to make the 28 Olympic team. I'll go. Aiden Sinclair, Parker Kekazin at 86, or Younger Bastida at 125."
Those are fine. I would say a couple. I would say Aiden Valencia. Mm-hmm. I would say Treshawn Ross. In 2028, I think he's going to be interesting in there at 125 kilos. Although the Wyatt, that could be weird. Those would be mine. I don't know why. I feel like Aiden and Parker are just, it's going to be tough. They're maybe closer now than those other guys I mentioned, but I don't know. Dake and Valencia just cast such a big shadow.
I definitely wouldn't count out Jesse Mendez. I think
Fair.
I think he's got a shot. And then
Sorry, go ahead.
There's a couple. I'm just thinking about a couple.
There's an
like,
obvious one.
young guys. Like I think like Jaden James is a guy to think about.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
I've been saying it in the office, and I think I'm ready to print it on FRL. It's maybe a little controversial, but I think Vito is going to be a guy at 65. Give him some time to adjust. I truly believe.
Tyler and I had a spirited debate when Vito went up, and I said, I don't think it's the right weight for him. I think his best weight is 61. Tyler was adamant it's going to work. So we'll see. We'll see.
What if I mean, I don't know. I'll just get sad because it's not gonna happen. But what if it's Gable? You know?
Oh man.
What if Gable just locks in one more time?
There's no way that's happening.
Why not? Why not just put him on the team? Why does he have to lock in? If he volunteers, I think that should be enough.
Yeah. I have an update on the I-beam situation.
Okay,
It was
good.
an up and down support beam. So
So he just ran into a pole that
he was
right in
so
front of
excited.
him.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He was, well, I have to imagine he was looking at his phone. He got an alert that Spencer was about to wrestle or something.
Yeah.
Running somewhere.
He just turned around.
support.
Bam.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Aaron Brooks?
For sure.
Oh, man. Yeah, that feels like an
For
obvious
sure,
one.
Aaron Brooks. Also, a man who's been discussed a lot today, Josh Barr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could he go down to 86?
Yeah, I think he could.
I feel like
Of course he could. Yeah, I feel like he could.
I don't know. I mean,
not of
they're-
course. Not of course.
We're trying to
but
put him at 213, so I don't know.
That's a good point.
Beats me.
Well, he had to sacrifice multiple cows just to get to 197.
He did.
It just sacrificed a few less cows, and I'm sure you could get down.
You make it sound like a religious experience because I don't know if you know about the history of
It was
various.
more just butchering
I
cats.
think he just killed it. It wasn't a sacrifice.
Well, he's sacrificing them for his own body.
I guess. Is that what you think about
Like
every?
contribute to his muscles. That's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah. So Cal, if Tyler were a butcher and someone asked what do you do, it's like I sacrifice
sacrifice
cows.
cows.
Just cows? No, pigs, lamb, sometime, chickens.
They're all being sacrificed for us.
Fair.
Yeah. So, next question is question for Tyler. Can we get an Aiden Valencia follow along video? I would love to follow Aiden Valencia along.
I think that'd be great.
I'm gonna let you in on a little trade secret though. A lot of these tournaments, I try to convince you that I knew who was gonna win all along, but I don't. We kind of film everything and then try to make the best video out of whoever wins. So if Aiden Valencia won the U.S. Open this year, you may have gotten that.
Yeah.
I would tell JD's number one fan that we made a cool video about the 65 kilo U20 trials 2 years ago. And Aiden Valencia, he made the finals against Bo Bassett, and you get to see him. I mean, like right after the loss, it's really raw, really cool to kind of get to know him. So there is a great video that exists that heavily features Aiden Valencia that you can watch just until Tyler does that follow along.
And that video is especially cool to watch now with knowing that he eventually went on to win NCAAs because he gets so emotional because, Aiden's a guy who has always been competing at a high level, beating really good guys, but never really won a tournament. I mean, did he win? He never won a state title. There's a lot of things he never won. He was always in the mix at the senior. He jumped to the senior level really early. So
He made a U17 team in 21. Is that right?
I think he did, but didn't compete. I think he made it at like 45 kilos Greco or something and was like growing out of the weight.
Okay.
I think I could be misremembering.
First thing I remember about Aiden Valencia, giant socks, Lad Holman, so high, not like swaggy, like no, we're like it's getting to the patellar zone.
like baseball socks.
Yeah. I don't know where those went.
I would love to do an Aiden follow along. I remember I texted Bray after NCAAs. I was like, I feel like we should do a video with Aiden because we got some really cool stuff with him in the tunnel after he won, like with his team and with the coaches and stuff. So,
Dude, Stanford in general will be super interesting. Like, how did you almost lose all these guys and then keep them all?
Yeah.
Tell us.
it is incredible. The Stanford rise has been really cool to follow.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. This is a little bit of a tangent, but
We allow for those.
yeah, we allow for those. Would you prefer? This is just general TV talk.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the wrestling.
Would you prefer the classic 23-minute episode or the newer 40 to 60-minute format? Personally, I don't feel the desire to watch a movie every night and always revert to the classics. This is from Crosshairs.
I honestly don't have. I mean, when I think a 23-minute show, it's basically only sitcoms, right?
Yes.
It's like funny shows. So it's like I feel like for a show like that, that's good. For 40 to 60, you're thinking a drama. And I think that format works best for what's going on there. So I think they're both great.
Christian, he's a big HBO guy.
He is?
You.
I am.
Yeah.
I am indeed. I love HBO.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that longer 40 to 60 minute episode, I mean, I think the thing I like about TV, especially that type of TV, is the writing is so good. Where in movies, you really think about the director and the directing, but I mean, just the stories themselves, I find really compelling. In that
I just
40
think
to 60.
shows are just better than movies.
To me,
I do too.
really.
Oh, yes.
I do too.
Wow.
I love shows.
To me, okay. How long can we talk about this?
We can
Give
go.
me a limit. Okay.
Go off, King.
So, to me, a lot of TV shows, they did you know this? They don't start a TV show knowing how it's going to end. They create a pilot, and then they're like, all right, writers, finish this season.
Yeah.
And then they have no idea what they're going to do this season after that until they start meeting to write the next season. So, like, that's why you get a lot of these shows with an ending that feels non-satisfactory.
For sure.
That is very common. Whereas a movie, it's like someone's vision, start to finish. We know how the story is going to start. We know how it's going to end. So that's why I do love movies. But to me, the debate that I want to have is not about the length or anything. It's about. I forgot where I was going with this.
I think I was going to win this debate.
No. Okay. Why did I just forget where I was going? Dude, my mental clarity is taking a hit.
Yeah.
Being on a live show really does something to my brain.
Check your macros, dude.
Have you had any macros today?
Dude, what was I going to say? It doesn't
What's
matter.
the debate? Movies, shows, length?
Thank you. You reminded me.
Say it.
The debate is not around the length of the individual episodes, it's the length of the seasons. I'm
Okay.
sick of these mini seasons with 8 episodes, 10 episodes. There was an era where one season yielded you 24 episodes of a TV show.
Remember
Do
Lost?
you remember that?
Lost was like,
Yeah.
man, that was, listen, I'll say this. Your Exhibit A, I don't know if have you watched Lost?
I've seen the first 2 seasons.
That's all you
Okay.
need.
That's all you need.
Yeah, first maybe 3. I mean, there's like 6
But
or 7.
here's the thing. So the comment I made about like TV shows having unsatisfactory
That's what
endings-
I'm talking about.
Yes, I know. Lost is like
The worst.
The worst. But think about this. Think of the best TV show in today's era that like maybe got 5 seasons of 10 episodes each. You're getting like 50 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 good seasons of Lost, you were also getting 50 good episodes.
True.
Just saying. So like there's give and take here. You're still getting.
I agree with
quality.
that. It's like, yeah. I don't appreciate when they don't know how to end these shows and they keep it going. But
They write themselves in
that
the
makes me
holes.
appreciate the good ones. Like Breaking Bad ended great. I actually like The Sopranos ending
No spoilers.
more than bro. The Wire ended about as good as you could.
No spoilers, please.
You're not gonna watch it.
I will eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's so much of the TV where you got a ton of episodes, it was not like great, you know?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I still think.
How many times do you need to watch NCIS and find out that there's murders on naval ships?
I'm
you
not
know?
talking about those shows.
Yeah.
Those shows are just built to be money-making machines, where they just repeat formula.
Yeah.
It's like the TV version of a podcast.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
Dang it.
All right. Next question from Shocked FRL. He wants to know, simple question. Will there be a team race at NCAA's next year? Or will PSU run away with it again while everyone still talks about how great everyone else did?
Well, I think we definitely talked about how great PSU did. I think there will be a competitive team race, more competitive than we've had since 2022 kind of interesting? Yeah, that was the Michigan year. They lost Big Tens. So that was the last year where it was like, I think something else could happen. I think Oklahoma State. I mean, Oklahoma State has 3 returning national champions. That is just such a giant start. You know, a cornerstone, foundation, whatever you want to call it, for making things interesting. Right? There's only 10 weights. 3 of the champions are from Oklahoma State. They've got a lot of talent at all the other weight classes. Penn State is still the favorite, but their margin for error will be reduced from what it was. But Penn State is a team that they just don't really wrestle below expectation at the national tournament. And if they do, they don't crash out. It's like a guy that won got second or got third with a ton of bonus.
I mean, 2 years ago, yeah, they had like how many third places did they have? It was like, oh my gosh,
So
Penn
many.
State's melting down because they lost a bunch of semis, but then they all came back and took third.
Yeah, there's so many potential points out there, and that's one of the more underrated aspects of Penn State. It's like you think of the front running aspect, you think of the dominance and the bonus points. Like you look at some of the backside performances they've had over the years. It's
Freaking Kasak.
Bo Bartlett.
Was it Van Ness that had a crazy backside performance?
Great. Yes, he wrestled back for third. Luke Lillidahl, his true freshman year. You could go on. And that's what really separates them. It's like they don't have a lot of 7th, 8th guys. They don't have a lot of 5th, 6th. It's like they wrestle for third if they don't win it. And
That was 2 years in a row at 149, where Shane was kind of like a weaker guy all year, and then at NCAA's took third. Then the next year, Kasak was like maybe not the best in their lineup.
lost in round 1. to
Lost in
Jaden
round
Abbas.
1, came back, took third.
Yeah. No, they're good at that. I don't know, there's something in that emotional motivation, whatever, that they're able to really stay fired up for that.
And if someone takes a hit on their team, usually a different person is going to step up and outperform and counteract it.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. But it's kind of crazy, though, how Oklahoma State feels like the team everyone's been talking about after the last 2 years, though. How they've kind of been able to steal the narrative.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you have 3 true freshmen win a national title.
And the year before that, Wyatt beat Gable.
Yeah. It's just they've had a knack for it at the national tournament the last 2 years, for sure.
All right. Next question is from Randall Goldsworthy. He said, if James Green gets gold, is that the greatest comeback of the last 20 years?
Dude, I think so.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, this guy, yeah, I mean, I don't want to get ahead of, there's a long uphill road to do this, but yes, I would say simply yes.
Do you think that weight has been a thing at 70 for him?
Well, that's the interesting part, is that you would say it wasn't, but James finally has admitted it was taking a toll on him at a point. But this is a guy who goes down to 65 kilograms in the last 3 Olympic years. So it's like, well, how big can he be at 70? It's always been 70 is not a problem. But I think when you have the level of discipline that James has, the weight cut is maybe something that he would say is not a problem, that he can make it.
Yeah.
I think the effect it was having on him and on his older body was maybe what you can't necessarily plan for. So I think it was more weight than maybe he realized.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited to watch him.
Yeah, me
he looked
too.
great at Final X.
He really did.
Dude, yeah, he's just like, you know what? I think I'm just going to have an ankle pick now.
I know.
Right.
I know.
For real.
I've never seen you do that.
What?
That's what I was wondering. When have we seen that?
Just timing that fake.
I wonder if I'll see him at Tech. Is he there yet?
I think
Oh, good question.
he is. He just timed that fake and hit that ankle pick so nice. It was crazy.
Well, that's a big question I have around James Green, too, is he's going to be a coach now at Virginia Tech. He just made the team at an Olympic weight. What's the plan for the next 2 years?
I don't know. Well, I feel so they've got Coach Roby, Coach Frere, added Coach Walls. I feel like you can have roles on your team where one guy's he's there, he's a coach and he's helping, but he's there to train and help the athletes via training more so. But I don't know. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen with James, but I think a program like Virginia Tech, you could have a dude that's more just training focused.
Melvin Miller probably going to try to make the team at that weight.
No, for sure he will. For sure he will.
Things to look out for.
Yep.
Okay. Next question is, this is also Randall Goldsworthy. That's why I got confused. Okay. It's if Dake and Snyder run the table through 28, whose career would you want? Burroughs, Dake, or Snyder?
I mean, if Snyder does that, he will just have had so many more golds than all those guys. So
many more? He wouldn't have so many more. He would have more Olympic golds.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of what I'm factoring in. I mean, he's at
Jordan Burroughs has said, I would trade my world medals for one more Olympic gold, I think.
Yeah.
What's Snyder?
He would have 2.
Snyder has 4? How many goals does Snyder have right now?
5.
He has 15, 16, 17, 22, 25. So he's got 5.
So if he runs the table, he would have 8 plus 2 Olympic, plus like
Another Olympic silver.
finding a resurgence late in your career, like
Win the
later.
table through 28. So they're saying win this year, 27 and 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that changes.
Yeah, so
every
that's
day.
what he said, yeah.
I guess I was just thinking 28.
8 golds, 2 of those golds are Olympic. Plus, I mean, that would inevitably mean you're, having
beat
to
Sajalayev.
and all that. So
I don't know, man. I think I would want. I mean, okay, forget Jordan Burroughs in this conversation.
I can't.
Between Dake and Snyder, if they both ran the gauntlet, Kyle Dake's career is pretty sick.
dude, but winning Olympic gold when you're like 20 and then also winning when you're like 30, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
It is kind of.
I'm thinking about Kyle Dake's longevity and forgetting how impressive Kyle Snyder's has been too.
Kyle made his first team 3 years
Which
before.
Kyle?
Oh, sorry. Helpful. Snyder made his first team 3 years before Dake made his first team.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I think even if all this happens, probably I'm also, this statement will be colored by the fact that I don't think this is all going to happen. But Burrow's career still might be the pick because he just put Team USA on his back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I said forget Burroughs. I'm not. Right now, I want to
Bro wants
focus
to
on
forget Burroughs.
No, in this debate because I think I would pick Jordan, but I want to talk about Dake versus Snyder.
The more I think about it, though, if you end your career achieving the thing you've worked for the entire time,
Yeah,
like Dake, like that'd be
You
insane.
kept going. A lot of people thought he was going to retire after Paris.
Yeah.
Kept at it. If he wins
Up a weight.
Olympics at 86, up a weight, that would be insane.
It's the most storybook thing. Like Kyle's
100%.
done it all.
People will. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that is going to be one of the most memorable things in Team USA history if Kyle Dake does that.
100%.
So
Yeah. Dang.
Snyder also didn't medal in Paris.
Right. But he did in Tokyo.
Yes.
So he has 2 medals,
Yeah.
one being gold.
And the other thing is Snyder's definitely not done after 28.
Yeah, he
No.
rests until he's 45.
He's got 5 more Olympics after.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point. I think,
Is the man who will dethrone Kyle Snyder born in America?
that's a great question.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I thought that would be funny.
and at this rate, it might be Joe Bachmann.
Could be Joe.
He might make
Joe
it up there.
Bachmann?
Yeah.
He's putting on size.
Yeah.
I think I would pick Burroughs, though.
Joe Bachmann doesn't wrestle for USA. It's not going to be him.
Oh, shoot. Good point.
Dang it.
So it's not him.
All right. Next question is from Money Sprawl. They want to know, this is the wrong tab.
Balls don't work.
This is the right tab. They want to know, trying to get acquainted with international wrestlers in preparation for Worlds. I really liked the Sajalayev highlight video Flo posted this week. Any chance we can have something like that for top wrestlers in each weight?
I think that would be awesome.
Great.
But I'm glad you like the Savage Live. I also watched it too. He's so unbelievable. Yeah, I think this is something we do want to do.
Shout out to our guy Leo.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Leo.
We got an intern, Leo. He's been pumping out these highlights for us.
Yeah.
So if you think that there's a highlight that you want to see, maybe comment it. Be
Yeah.
like, I would love to see this one.
Say, Leo, chop it up.
Yeah, chop it up with Leo.
Maybe we just do a 30-minute best sprawls video for Money Sprawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money Sprawl.
The money sprawl.
Dumb Money Sprawl. All right. Next question is from Shiny Whooper.
Okay.
Hopefully that's not a bad.
Yeah, you ever wonder that? It's like, dude, I don't know.
Just say something.
Because I say stuff like that. They're like, dude, don't you know that means? I was like, no, of course I don't know that means.
I'm hoping that's just like a fish. All right. He said.
Oh, this is the guy that wrestled Stevan.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's funny. I told them yesterday or on Monday I was biking. I biked to the office. I was listening to the end of the show, and I was screaming. I was like, "It's Stevan!" Because that's my boy. Anyways, I knew who it was all along.
Hey, wait, he's doing MMA now?
I guess so.
You don't know?
I mean, yeah, I've talked to. I mean, I talk with him, but I've never really asked him about the MMA stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. So maybe I'll text him and ask him what's going on. He's posting like he wants to be a UFC champ, so I'm gonna take
Okay.
him at face value for that. He's been going. If Stevan commits himself to something, then he's gonna go all in at it.
Okay.
So, all right. Shiny Whooper wants to know, Tyler gets 2 years to follow around and document wrestlers doing any during any period of their career, what 3 wrestlers are you choosing? High school, college, senior. So is it like, can I
Go back in
retroactively
time.
do this?
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
You get to write the movie from the start to the finish the way you want it.
I mean, Dan Gable in the moment documentary would be crazy.
Yeah.
Following him
The Owings loss.
through the Owings loss into the Olympics. That would
a good
be
one.
awesome. Cale Sanderson, getting a peek into like his mind. He's like been open about the anxiety he faced around like going from like the GOAT folk style wrestler into international and like not winning everything. I think exploring that would be freaking awesome. Getting insight into like what's it like to be inside Cale's brain?
Yeah.
I want to know. I'm trying to think of a third one. Those are 2 Olympics. So let me think of like maybe something else. You guys have any suggestions?
What about who was it Geno that was like kidnapped?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Why didn't you document that?
Was it Geno?
I can't remember.
I think it was.
Yeah.
He was like knife
I think Knife-Off was in that weird thing too.
Dude, I didn't even think about international wrestlers. Like, yeah, there's probably some crazy stories out there that would be awesome.
I think
the Satiev brothers.
I think the last like 15, 18 months of Jax Forrest doing like making the team in high school,
following him through
all that.
everything would be sweet.
It's great. I mean, we got to watch a lot of that.
Do some of
close,
it, yeah.
Yeah.
But being there, I mean, I'm thinking about like the way he framed it, like being there the whole time, like just being with them, living in it with people. I think that would be really fun. Yeah. I mean,
I think Burroughs doing
Yeah.
like 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Burroughs wins NCAAs, wins the Hodge, makes a team. What the heck? Wins Worlds, wins Olympics.
yeah.
That was just an insane ascent.
What about like Leroy Smith in '84?
Yeah, with Randy Lewis.
I don't know that stuff.
whole-
Oh yeah,
you do.
that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, the Jordan Burroughs thing is so interesting because like every time I go back and look at old stuff, it reminds me of how like brazen he used to be. Because social media started really becoming a thing like when he was coming up too, and you can tell he was like making a point to like make statements on it, like changing his username to All I See Is Gold. I feel like that I'm so desensitized to that now. That's just been Jordan Burroughs' username for like 15 years.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like this guy's crazy. He just changed his username to this
Yeah.
ahead of the Olympics.
Nobody won gold back then.
Yeah.
It was like, how are you going to say that?
Yeah, it is kind of nuts. I forget like how desensitized to stuff like that I've been. All right. Next question is from Rational PSU fan 92. He wants to know, whatever happened to the amazing young man Flo made a documentary on who had been attacked by chimps as a child? How is he as a prospect, and is there any follow-up planned with him? His story was very moving. I wish I remembered his name. Dunia something maybe? Yes, Dunia Sibamana.
Yes, you're right. It is Dunia. He is he's from New York. He's going to North Carolina.
That's right.
UNC, and he's a very solid prospect. He's a guy, Fargo champ.
Yes, Fargo champ.
And he's repping
Congo.
Congo,
Yep.
right? He won an African like title.
I think
What's
it might have
that
been
tournament
U20.
called?
But yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, he's probably going to go to the Olympics because
Yeah.
that's a area to qualify where the competition's not super
Oceania,
deep.
Africa, yeah.
Actually, Dunia threw out the first pitch of the Yankee game like a week.
No way.
Yes, he did, dude. It's
Dude,
crazy.
that's
He met
awesome.
like Aaron Judge and all like the Yankees.
I showed Carter because he's into baseball. He's like, man, he's got some heat. He's like, threw the ball hard.
Yeah. No, he's doing great though. I mean, to go from what he'd been through to a D1 recruit, a great school.
Man,
It's awesome.
Funny story about Dunia. Andy Hamilton was shooting photos at Beast of the East, I think, one event where Dunia was wrestling, and there was another photographer there that wasn't super familiar with wrestling sitting next to Andy, and he's like, man, I wonder what happened to his face. And Andy he's like, oh, he was attacked by chimps when he was a kid. And the guy's like, yeah.
He like didn't believe him. Yeah.
And then like a minute later, he's like, attacked by chimps. It's like, no, dude, that's really
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Dude, it's crazy. I was there.
I could
for
see
that.
Andy saying that in his like just kind of dry affect, being like, "Oh, this dude's messing with me."
I was there when we shot. Like I was a second shooter on that. It was like one of my first or second months on this job, and it was crazy being there. Ollie was there because he went to Ollie's high school. Actually,
He's a king of New York.
He's the king of New York.
Yeah.
Have you guys officially congratulated Ollie for the Knicks win on
Yes.
this
Yeah.
podcast?
Oh.
On this podcast, no. I don't think I'm going to go that
I'm gonna
far.
give you space to do it right now.
I appreciate the space to congratulate Ollie, and I won't do that.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Next question is from Bobby Lahif. I hope I pronounced that right. He said, do you think 5 for 5 could end up hurting development since young guys will have immediate short-term pressure to win instead of having a year to not worry about making weight and just focus on getting better?
No, I don't think so. I think you're coming in. I think anymore, most of the kids want to come in and wrestle anyway. So I don't think so.
It's like, I feel like the guys who need the year to develop and get better are not big boarders anymore.
Or
it's
yeah.
it's like the local state placer that's going to a D1 school and kind of a roster guy that like those guys need that year, but I don't think that because increasingly high school guys are competing against college guys in freestyle tournaments and
Right.
they're entering opens. It's just not as necessary as I feel like it was 20 years ago or even 10 years ago.
There are also still 30 guys in the team and only 10 of them are going to start. So if they're not ready, like if they're a freshman and they're not at that varsity starter level, they're going to get that year anyway. So it's just not going to be called a red shirt. So the guys that need it will get it. The guys that are ready will go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the psychology shifts around eligibility and like whether you want to use every single how willing guys will be to sacrifice a year to stay on the bench for at the team they want to be at or whatever.
I do think it could happen like very occasionally where somebody really isn't ready to be in the lineup and then there's an injury or two and all of a sudden you have to put somebody in the starting lineup that maybe you wouldn't. So that could happen, but that could happen now, you know. So
Yeah, I don't think that changes too much. All right, next question from Andy Bader. Is this a Bader brother?
It is.
Wow, incredible. Episode 1 popped up for me yesterday, CP. Which was a better suggestion from episode 1? Taking calls from listeners or taking Twitter questions from friends? I'll hang up and listen.
Well, you know, it's better to burn out than to fade away, maybe. I feel like we went out, the phone calls went out in dramatic, apocalyptic fashion, and it's memorable.
Yeah.
But Twitter has stood the test of time, right? Or X now, we call it. So the Twitter questions has been a good foundation. We had a good attempt on episode 2. Is the wrestling community ready to be trusted again? I say no. I say we cannot take phone calls from you people yet. We need a proper screener, but you can get around the screeners if you really want to. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. They're both great ideas and both had an incredible lasting impact on the show.
I just realized Chael Sonnen is in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, right.
He said, it's shocking to listen to you 3 pricks talk about all these grades, and you never mentioned that none of them ever beat me.
None of them did.
that is true.
None of them beat Sonnen, the linear champ. That is true. He had asked me, he was exasperated. He said, stop bringing it up. Stop bringing it up that they never beat Sonnen. He said they had their time, or I had my time. Now it's about them.
Oh, so now he's flipping the narrative.
He is flipping.
Larry asked him, did you ever wrestle any of them? And he said, that's not the point, Larry. My statement is true and should stand on its own merits.
Yeah, Larry, this is kind of obvious. Freaking Chael.
All right.
That's a call we should take.
Yes.
We'll take your call, Chael.
Call him right now.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're not ready for the Chael smoke?
What's he gonna say? I'll text him.
Tyler Perry. Tyler, give me your official predictions for the Wolverines lineup next season. What's the ceiling for each guy and the team overall next year? All right, we kind of ran through this before the show. I needed your guys' help. Slickian, Moses Mendoza, Kellen Wolbert,
Okay.
Sergio Lemley, 57 Zepeda.
Okay.
We're thinking maybe Camcat at 65.
Freeze. Could also Haken be 57?
Yeah,
It's a possibility.
he looked good at the U.S. Open.
Is it a
He beat Will Denny.
Yeah.
Is it a I think he beat him again at the U20
Really?
trials. I think is it a foregone conclusion that Cam Cat's going up? That's for sure.
I think didn't he like comment that on something? So I'm hearing. I think that Cam Cat's the one who said that.
Okay.
But I don't know who. Like you never know what's going to happen.
Okay.
What conversations are going to be had, and what the team's going to think is best for the lineup. Bowman, the Mantman, 74-84. You know what I would love? I would love to see Brockman maybe try to go 97.
Yeah.
I
That
think
maybe
he could
opens
do
the
it.
door for Dial Capone VZ.
Straight pwn.
But if he doesn't go up, Hayden Walters probably at 97, and then Nick Sahakian at heavyweight. There are so many California kids on this team now.
Wow,
And
your
I
legacy.
I was the only one when I was at Michigan. I was the only one on the roster. They put out a map of like where every every teammate is from, and it was all like clustered around the Great Lakes, and then it was just like me in California.
Wow.
So I would like to take credit for
Yeah.
the California kids that they're.
You would have thought Sean would have been turned off by the entire
you would've
notion after
thought.
that.
No more YouTubers.
Yeah, no more YouTubers.
If that's the lineup, you got Armenian American Heat at the
Wow. I
bookends.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Starting and ending.
That's great.
I will not be commenting on ceilings or anything like that because I don't like to do that. But I think they're going to be really good.
Also, Aslikian, you can watch him on Fargo next week.
There you go.
On Fargo, in Fargo.
You can watch him on on Flow Wrestling in Fargo wrestling maybe Sammy Sanchez. Why not? Who says no?
That's a crazy match.
They had a Slickian was winning and Sammy Sanchez beat him like last second.
Yes.
At the Open. It was crazy.
Insane ending to that match.
And didn't you say they train with each other or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes, but I mean, they made that first world team that Sammy Sanchez made. Like
She'll FaceTime me. All right, I missed it though. Hold on.
that. Yeah, they wrestled then, and that was man. They trained together a lot then. They were both on the team. Here we go.
all right, we're FaceTiming
We'll
Chael
see
Sonnen.
if he answers. I'll turn it around if he answers. He's gonna yell at me. All right, I'll have my ringer on if you.
Okay.
If you oh, he's in bed.
He's on the West Coast.
What's up? Good morning.
Hold the micro. Hold the.
Crawling back. Crawling back, begging me to forgive you three little pricks that are talking about all these greats that never scored a point on Sunday.
That's true. That's true.
The linear UFC heavyweight champion, I beat Bisping, who beat Hamill, who beat Jones.
Yeah.
Good morning, champ.
Good morning, champ. How you doing? Look at that blanket.
Hey, what'd you guys say? Don't talk about that blanket. My Aunt Erla made that blanket, and she's 81 years old today.
Today?
birthday. Wow.
Happy birthday.
Let me be the first to
Yeah,
wish
that
her
blanket's-
Aunt Erla a happy birthday.
That blanket's seen better days, though, man. That's a rough one.
That's tough. But you know what? You can.
That's called crochet, though. That's very unique. It's not a knit. It's actually crochet. It's unique.
Yeah, my wife does that. She's a crocheter.
Probably not as good as his aunts though.
Wow.
Would you
Way to
relax?
steal my Aunt Erla's thunder.
I'm not
Did
stealing.
you guys already talk about the U23? Who are you guys saying should be on the team, if you don't mind me?
I think a guy from Westland, Oregon, should be on the team. Justin Rademacher. That's my contention.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to be out of pocket here, but the rumor going around Westland, and I have not asked Justin this directly, the rumor going around Westland is that Justin was told prior to the U23s, you are our guy, so you don't need to come. I don't know if that happened, but if that happens, it kind of complicates things. And by the way, Christian, I don't think USAW thought you specifically were going to pick up on this. I think they probably thought this was something they could just go do and we'd all look the other way. And it's turned into a thing.
It really has. I think. Where do you fall on just the idea of, hey, if no one meets this set criteria, we just pick?
Well, okay.
'Cause that's what they're doing.
If that's the bylaw, then that's the bylaw. Now, I must say that, and believe it or not, it's not to shine myself up. It's just I was on the U23 team in 2001, and that's what they did. They picked. Now, they had, it was called the University Nationals back then. They went to all of the national champions and offered them the spot. However, the bylaw, they could just pick. And so it used to be that way, and then it was kind of a cool thing when Flo got involved, and all of a sudden, the best of three and a trials for the age groups became a thing. But it wasn't always like that. So I don't hate the idea. I kind of, if that's the rule, that's the rule.
Yeah, and that's basically what it is. And it's only really two weights that are affected. It's 79 and 97, where no one was in that top 4 threshold at the Open or the trials process. So that's why we are where we are. Yeah.
And by the way, there was something said. I'm sorry for your viewers if you just covered this. I saw the tweet and tuned in late, but there was something said that they were leaning towards Barr, and I think it was you that called it out and said, "Hey, wait a minute. He's great, but he competes at 92 kilograms." Do I have that right?
You have that right.
Yeah, that is a tough element, by the way, to go to a guy that's in a different weight class. And I don't like that they're doing that to McDaniel either. I'm trying not to show favoritism towards Rademacher. I disclose my favoritism towards Rademacher, but it's complicated. If they told him that and he stayed out, as by the way, a defending world champion, I think it's relevant.
I think it's relevant, but I would also say if Justin Rademacher had went to U23s and won, I don't think that means anything in the process, because there's nothing about that tournament in the listed process. It's all about senior level performance, and then it's the committee. Yeah, kind of goofy.
Well, that's interesting. I must say I didn't know that. I would give one shout out though. I thought that it was very cool that Mark Manning stepped up for his guy. I thought that was cool.
That's
I
what
think
he
there
does.
should be more of that. Yeah, well, I thought it was a cool move, though. I mean, he just grabbed his phone and went to social media, and here we are. We would not be here if he did not take that 40 seconds to do it.
That's true. Yeah, Manning, I think, is one of the things that I think people love being on his team is you feel like he's always got your back, and that's very true to form for Mark.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Especially like this.
I don't know why you do this and embarrass me, and you keep bringing it back to me. You bring up Mark Manning, and then all of a sudden you want to talk about the 1993 cadet world team that I was on, that Manning was the team leader of.
Yeah.
And it's not about that. It's really not about that. It's about the guys and today and what they're doing now. So
Yeah.
thank you for the shout outs. I will be at the next RAF, as I've been at all the RAFs. I doubt I will be taken down, as I haven't previously been taken down. Bye.
Goodbye.
Turkeys, I will be in touch.
See you, buddy.
Incredible.
There we go. There you go.
Cheryl, I love that you pop into this show. It's awesome, man.
What a freaking ledge.
Okay. This is a super chat from 205 David 19. He said, if Tyler makes a permanent return to FRL, do you think he could be a factor in Pick'em's next season? Hopefully, CP isn't a dirty cheater next season. Were you a dirty cheater this
This is okay. So you know how, and you participate in this sometimes. Exasperating me is some people's favorite pastime.
So fun.
Okay. Well, Kozak is a little brother, right? By nature. Right? He's the youngest.
He's not even here to defend himself.
He knows.
He's in the chat.
He knows he lies. Do you know what he did?
What'd he do?
He and JD fabricated a text message thread. They changed their names on the phone, screenshot and showed that as some evidence of me cheating. Of course, it was all made up.
Did they gaslight you ever? Did you convince yourself?
That's exactly what. No. I'm never like, did it go? No, I know I didn't have this text conversation. And then they also do this thing where anytime JD ties me, Kozak says, well, the criteria is, and just invents a very narrow criteria that gives him the win, because I was dominating JD so thoroughly that on the rarest of occasions when we tied, Kozak would put his thumb on the scale and always name him the winner.
So who won?
I won. In spite of all that, I won. I won convincingly, soundly, despite all of the things I had to overcome.
Wow.
The bogus calls. It was like 2011 Jordan Burroughs. Everything was stacked against me.
Dang.
2013 with the ankle. 2011 with some of the calls. It didn't matter. It just didn't matter.
Incredible.
So yeah, thanks, bro. So,
to answer that question, I would be a factor and I would destroy CP.
you would be a factor in that we would say.
No, I will say it is. I used to think CP got lucky, especially like when we did fantasy and stuff. But now that we've done it for 4 years in a row, it's annoying how good CP is at some of these things. He is just like reliably good at it, and it's frustrating. And I hate it that he's better than me, but he's just good at that stuff.
JD, clip. This is a clip. We need this one on Instagram. I was going to say fast track the chill clip, but this one, straight to the top of the heap, baby. Thanks for the $5, even though you are a liar. Just like Kozak. But I don't blame you because Kozak, you know how I introduced Kozak now? The father of lies.
Oh.
Because he was just the father, John Kozak. Father of lies, John Kozak.
Dang.
Anyway.
Kozak, if you're in the chat, defend yourself. He hasn't.
He's just going. Do you know what he does when you press him on this? He just lies more.
He just photoshops more.
He just lies.
All right, next question is from CJ Kemp. He said, which was a better soundbite from the Flow COVID cards? Chamizo saying who you are, little bro, in the lead up to his match with Dake, or James Green going, that's a tech, son, after he beat Bryce Meredith in the 70 kg bracket.
We must clarify. He said
tech fall, buddy.
It's a tech fall, buddy, because he blasted Bryce. And Bryce like, what was that? Because I think Bryce wasn't ready. He goes, that's a tech fall, buddy. And yeah, Chamizo had a lot of great quotes in that interview that I was lucky enough to do. He said, who you are?
Blonde one.
Blonde one. He said, I love it. He said, make your weight, bro. Be a professional. Like, he just invented this thing that Kyle Dake
wouldn't make weight.
It's like, what?
Wasn't he saying 79 is not a real weight class? It's only 74. That's the Olympic weight.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to make your weight, bro. Be a professional. It's like, that is his weight.
It's like, all right. And then I like what he also said, I love money, bro. That's a great quote. And then when I asked him if he ever have you watched any film? Have you watched Kyle Dake? Nah, bro. This made me feel so dumb. Can you imagine asking this guy if he watches film? It was it wasn't even no, I don't.
Stupid question.
It's not even no, I feel like that doesn't really help me. It's ask me if I watch film right now. That was a great, man, what an era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that promo video too. It feels like it had to be a Sean Connell because there's thunder and lightning and all this
Yeah, it was me, David Kuhn, John Connell, and Mike Mal just driving around. Weird COVID era on the East Coast. We had to do all this weird, stupid stuff. But yeah, we ended up making some great videos. It was fun.
Hell yeah. All right, Christian, you said you texted Bo. Joe Gergente?
That's Captain Lil Joe to you.
Captain Lil Joe said, did Bo ever confirm his mile time?
So yeah, he didn't confirm a time. He doesn't run the mile. He doesn't know his time. He's like, maybe I'll have to do that sometime. But he's like, I really don't like running, is what he said. Let me see if I can find the exact. Let me scroll through our texts here. He said, what's up, CP? Oh my gosh. I don't really like running. I do the least amount running required. Ha ha ha. I think running pace and wrestling pace is much different. So to answer the question, I'll head out to the track sometime and figure it out. Laughing emoji. If I do any type of cardio, it's through wrestling or circuits, long goes and circuits that simulate matches.
Yeah.
Smart.
No more mile time.
Wow.
What do you think he runs it in? Think he breaks 6?
Now that I know that he doesn't run,
Yeah, he doesn't run.
it's there is a little bit of, technique to that.
Well,
too.
yeah, who knows what his technique is like? I've never seen Bo Bassett. I've never seen him sprint. I've seen him sprint the mile,
Yeah.
but I've never seen him sprint the mile.
He might run in
a
a
mile.
wrestling stance the whole time, and in which
Yeah.
case it's gonna be slow.
Yeah.
Slow.
I bet you he could. Never mind. I'm going to hold my tongue. I almost said something about bear crawling and admitting that maybe he would be better than me, but I won't do
no
it.
chance.
There's no chance.
Although you're kind of
Sorry,
a phony
bro.
bear crawler at this point.
Dude, everyone, that's the thing that people come up to me and talk about now. Is,
Yeah.
why aren't you on the show? Where's the bear crawl world record? I get it, guys. I'm on it. I'm training. I'm locked away.
That's such a lie.
I'm training so hard.
Why does the person who sits in this chair lie compulsively and so easily?
I did buy gloves
Okay.
because we remember what happened to my hands last time.
Yeah.
It was not good.
They were destroyed.
I bought gloves and I've since used them for multiple things except bear crawl training.
Okay.
They're like handyman gloves. What are they
like
called?
work gloves?
Work gloves. Thank you. Jeez.
Blue collar
Why am I so stupid when I'm on this show,
These are
bro?
handyman gloves.
This is what happens. I feel like I do such a poor job of representing myself. Work gloves. Thank you. But I was wearing them the winter, like when I was going to Pennsylvania and stuff this winter.
That'll work.
So I'm glad I have them, but I need to use them for what I bought them for. Bobby Keble said junior year Mitchell Messenbrink versus junior year David Taylor.
I would take David.
Yeah, me too.
Top.
It's weird how why do we all agree on that, you know? Why does it feel like sometimes you just eyeball and you're like, yeah, this guy?
I just think the variety and weight. I mean, he's an insane point scorer. And I know Mitchell is, but 2-point takedown, 3-point near fall. David was still had a dominance rate that was probably higher than Mitchell's, which is crazy to think.
Yeah.
With a longer road every single match to get it. And I just think top would be the differentiator. Probably.
You think he can ride Mitchell?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, maybe he can. Yeah, crazy. David Taylor, what a ledge. All right, this one's for me. Landon Robidoux lover wants to know, can we get confirmation that Tyler is a Landon Robidoux fan? And I will give you that confirmation right now. I'm a big Landon Robidoux fan.
Yeah.
I think that it's really cool. Even before he won a national title, all the kids that were undefeated, 'cause Landon took some losses.
Yeah.
They all were Landon is my motivator. Landon is the team cap. Landon was talked about he was the leader of the room, even when he wasn't maybe having as much success as some of the other guys on the teams.
Yeah, D, Jax, they take their cues kind of from him. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Landon was always really good in high school, but then it felt like he took a massive jump before his senior year, and then he just never looked back. And he's got a little brother right now, Lincoln, who's coming up through, who
Little baby do.
there's another one that's even littler.
That's baby do.
The middle do.
Oh.
He's I think he's probably ranked around 10 right now. He's going to Fargo. Keep an eye out for him. I think he's gonna have a good performance.
Think he'll go to Oklahoma State?
I think he will. I saw him training at the farm, doing some technique with Landon at the farm.
Nice.
All right, we are done with all the questions except we got a real Avery Lynch question.
Yeah, he got a little taste of getting back in because he asked 4th of July foods, and then he's like, all right, fine, pick 5 movies.
What 5 movies are you choosing? You have to pick one from each row.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know if I can, let me see if I can get. Okay.
I'm going Little Rascals. I loved that movie.
You're going
when I
that
was a
over
kid.
E.T. or Shrek?
I said what I said.
Okay.
Man, I can't really see. Too Fast, Too Furious. Big fan of anything that Ludacris is involved with. Yeah. Meet the Parents. This is so random. Jaws for sure, easiest choice. And then I don't know the other ones. Eternal Sunshine, 8 Mile, Girls Trip, probably not. What's the one next to 8 Mile?
Girls Trip and The Mummy.
Oh wow.
I'll go 8 Mile for John Kozak. I want to learn about where John's from and to understand why he's the way he is. And I feel like it's
a biopic about John.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little Rabbit.
Yeah.
B Rabbit.
J Rabbit.
8 Mile is one where every so often, I think Bracky used to do this too. Just pull up the rap battle scene.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing to do.
Just get hype.
Yeah.
His real name's Clarence. I would have to go Shrek. I'm gonna go Too Fast, Too Furious.
Heck yeah.
Oh man, this middle row is pretty good between Back to the Future, Happy Gilmore, and Inglourious Bastards. I'm gonna go with, dude. I was actually talking in the office the other day about how good How to Train Your Dragon is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Great anime, as Spay would call
Is
it.
that on there?
It's right here.
Oh yeah, on the right.
On
Okay.
the right. I'm gonna go Back to the Future, even though I feel like Inglourious Bastards might be a better movie.
I've never seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
Great movie. One of Tarantino's best.
He only has 8 movies though, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to
Yeah. True.
to get outside the top 10.
Jaws, and then, dude, part of me wants to pick Fast Times at Ridgemont High, even though I've never seen it.
Well, maybe that's why.
That's exactly why I would pick it.
It's a great reason.
I've always wanted to watch that movie, but
There
I've
you
never
go.
gotten around to it.
That's where I was gonna go because I'll go Shrek, and then I don't really care to rewatch any of the movies on the second row that I have seen. So
Mamma Mia is terrible.
I'm gonna go. What's Two Guns? I'm gonna find out.
Okay.
I'm about to find out what
yeah.
Two Guns is. Happy Gilmore. There's some nostalgia there. I'll watch that. you gotta go Jaws, and then the 8 mile thing. You gotta do that.
Okay.
All right. I'm scanning the chat for any last minute.
No other super
additions.
chats?
No other super chats.
Everyone's saving up for fireworks for the 4th of July. That's great.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Well, this has been a blast. As I mentioned, I'm going to the East Coast next week. So look for that content. A lot of Fargo content yet to come. I want to thank Tyler and David for hopping on the show. Amanda and Ever for producing. Happy birthday, America. 250.
And to Chael's aunt.
And to Chael's aunt. 2 monumental
81
birthdays. 81 and 250.
Oh.
How about it? Go USA in the World Cup. I can't wait for that game. Shout out to them yesterday getting it done. And that's all I got. Thanks so much. See you next time. Goodbye.